So to start off with, going back to this Saturday night, how was there a sigh of relief when Chris Eubank Jr came through unscathed?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't want the fight, as you know, but he insisted on it, and thankfully he came out of it unscathed.
And I heard the pair of them, they were both on TalkSport last week, and a bet was made. They said they were going to bring in lawyers. What's the latest on that? Is that something that we could see happen?
I don't want to get involved in it. That's up to them. It's up to them.
And in terms of this fight, another great domestic clash on a fantastic card. Bradley Skeete versus Frankie Gavin. What do you make of that one?
That's a cracker. When you look at it, Frank's our only ever world amateur champion. He's the British champion. He was very unlucky in his last fight, which was for the European and the final eliminated for the world title. Got beat by Blunder, and I actually thought that he won the fight, but it was a close fight, and so he didn't get it. And Bradley Skeete he stepped really up to the plate in the last year, and he suddenly got some good wins, and he found some power by the looks of it as well in his wins, and the Border Control called for the fight, so it's for the British and the vacant Commonwealth. And again, it's a cracking fight on a cracking card.
And of course, Frankie Gavin lost to Bundu, who's now fighting Keith Thurman in December. It could have been Frankie over there, but you did mention whoever wins this has a potential world title shot next year. I mean, is that something that we could actually see one of these two fighting for world title in 2015?
I will make sure that happens. The winner of this will get a shot at the world title next year, absolutely guarantee. I will make sure I deliver that.
And do you think Bradley, of course, was saying he wants to defend the British title 3 times, and that could be some more great domestic clashes next year as well?
Well, we're blessed with a lot of talent in that division in the UK, so there are some good fights out there. But first of all, he's got to win it. So let's look to the 29th and see. The best man on the night will come through and win. And I think the winners on the 29th are the fans. They've got a fantastic card, great fights, and fingers crossed we don't get any problems with anybody, any pull-outs or injuries, and we should have a great evening's boxing.
And we mentioned Chris Eubank Jr coming through unscathed, and of course Frank was out in action on Friday in Wolverhampton. Were you glad that he came through unscathed as well?
Exactly the same thing. You always your heart's in your mouth, but it was it's part of our contract, so we have to contractually deliver to the fighters, and that's what we've done.
And on Saturday you had a show in Liverpool. There was a matchroom card in Hull. There was Martin Murray and a few Brits were out in Monte Carlo, all on TV at about the same time. What were your thoughts on that? It's
stupid and it's crazy. We announced our show quite a while ago. These other shows were announced afterwards, and the fans lose out. If you're a TV viewer, I know we're in the age of recording, but the fans lose out, and it's a great shame. I don't see the sense of it. If it's Premiership football, you wouldn't get Arsenal and Tottenham playing at home the same day, or Manchester City, Man United. So I don't see why it happens with the boxing. But that's TV executives. With Box Nation, we're very flexible. But we had already booked our date and venue, and it's on sale. And these other dates were put in afterwards. Sometimes you have to wonder why. Maybe something is going on untoward. I don't know.
And in terms of this fight, this card, how have the ticket sales gone? Are there many tickets left?
There's not a lot left. We've had to make an application to get some more seats in, and we believe we're okay with that. What we've done was we could have sold this out in a day if we'd have done what some promoters are doing, which is selling their tickets to the secondary market. We're not in the business of doing that. Our tickets go to the fans.
And what is the capacity? What capacity are you looking to take it up to?
There's to be 20,000.
20,000. And any more fights to be announced, or is that it now for this card?
That's it. We've got press conferences to have. For example, we're going to have the press conference with Gary, Liam Walsh and Gary Sykes. So we'll do that. There'll be some press conferences, obviously leading up to the fight between all the various guys. But no, there's no more fight. We haven't got any room for that. I don't think we'll have to give somebody the key to lock up at the end of the night.
And from a fan's point of view, take away your promoter title. From a fan's point of view, is there a fight you're looking forward to more than any other on this show?
I've got to be honest, they're all bill toppers in their own right. They really are. And I think that, I don't know, the heavyweight fight I've been dying to see for a long time now, with a postponement. So I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, there's Billy Joe Saunders and Chris Eubanks. There's there is a lot of bad blood. There is no doubt about that, and it's boiled over a bit. But again, it's one I'm looking forward to. This fight we're here today for. Frankie Gavin and Bradley Skeete for the British and Commonwealth. That's a cracking fight. undefeated fighter in Bradley Skeete, and the fight I mentioned before, they're both undefeated. See Francis, and they are really good fights in their own right. And Liam Walsh, who's had a lot of injuries over the last 2 years, he gets himself on track, it'd be great. But he's going to have a tough fight now because we don't know how he's going to come back after the injuries, fighting Gary Sykes. So I'm actually looking forward to them all. And then Frank Buglioni's got a good fight on there. There's some really cracking fights on the card.
Definitely. Oh, well, looking forward to it and can't wait for fight week. It's going to be a cracking fight week, I think.
It will be. It will be.
Thank you so much, Frank.
Cheer me up, sir.